Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey. Okay, so we are about to get started. So I'm going to ask anyone that is standing, could you please grab a seat? We're about to start our procession in. If you would like to stand to welcome our graduates in, you absolutely can. You can cheer as loud as you want to, yell as loud as you want to. I imagine that we'll also be having people coming in a little later to time, so you might also want to scoot in your row so that way nobody's having to crawl over you. So with that being said, we're going to get started, okay? Bossy. Bossy, you need to be right there. Switch, y'all. They getting masters to do. Amen. Amen, amen, amen. What you doing? Oh, sorry. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Please be seated. About to make me come out my bag. Good evening, everyone. That was rhetorical, thank you. Welcome to the Department of Educational Leadership's hooding ceremony. Tonight, we are here to celebrate the achievements of both our master's and our doctoral students, a significant milestone in their academic and professional journeys. Before we begin, just a few housekeeping notes. We are live streaming tonight's ceremony via Zoom and YouTube to ensure that all loved ones near and far can participate in this special occasion. Following the ceremony, we invite you to join us for a reception with light refreshments and cake in DD3. You'll go straight through that hallway. First year Sahi students, can you wave your hands? Okay, they're somewhere in here. Yes, we'll pay. No, it's okay. So they're available to assist you throughout the evening and to help guide you to the reception space just around the corner and directly behind this room. We understand that everyone is eager to celebrate their graduate. However, we ask that you please allow time for a cohort picture immediately following the closing remarks. Lastly, we ask that you please hold all fraternal and sorority chants, hymns, all of that. We ask that you hold those to the conclusion of the ceremony so that each and every graduate can be honored and heard. Thank you for being here. And now to offer our official welcome, please join me in welcoming our department chair, Dr. Candace Hinton.
Grace and peace. Congratulations, class of 2025. Give yourselves a hand. Thank you, Dr. Bogard. I'm here to provide a greeting and welcome to all of our family members, our friends, our coworkers, our colleagues, our cousins, our aunties, our uncles, our grandparents, everybody. Everybody. You look so beautiful from this view. You look like a bouquet of flowers, an array of flowers. Give yourselves a hand. We bring you greetings from Father Lawrence. Do you have your regalia? Go put it on. Go, y'all help him put his regalia on. Yes, that's Father Lawrence. He's getting his doctoral degree, and he's walking in with his regalia in his bag. Go put it. You can go put it on. Go put your regalia on. This has been the story of. Someone tell you a quick story about Father Lawrence. He when he started his doctoral program, he started in the cohort of COVID, and everything we did was on Zoom, online. Our students have a hybrid where they come on weekends. We get to meet them 3 weekends a semester, and they come. So we never met them. Then finally, almost the last weekend of their program, it was lifted, and they could come to campus, and so. They came, and I was like, who is this person? And then they said, that's Father Lawrence. I said, no, he's tall, and this guy's short. And so I was like, we got an imposter, but he had to show ID and birth certificate and visa and everything for me to believe that it was Father Lawrence, but we're glad he made it tonight. He's been on quite a journey, but back to the welcome. Thank you all for coming. We are so excited for these graduates who took heed from somebody who said, your BA degree simply means to begin again. And now you've made it to your master's degree and your doctoral degrees. And we're looking forward for our master's students to continue to go and do good work in student affairs all over the country. And I know you all have gotten offers everywhere. And so we're looking forward to you to remember Indiana State. We have our alumni director here. Wave at us, Brother PJ. Dr. Thompson. Yeah. Dr. Thompson, I'm giving you a shout out. That's our alumni. That's our alumni director. Please get acquainted with him before you leave tonight. Again, family, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for supporting your family member, our students, these last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, 7 years, however long it has taken them. We are appreciative, and they are appreciative as well. Welcome to Indiana State University, Student Affairs, Higher Education, and Higher Education Leadership Hooding Program.
As we gather today to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates, we also recognize that this milestone marks more than just the completion of a degree. It signals a new chapter of leadership, responsibility, and service in a world that deeply needs thoughtful, compassionate change agents. In times of uncertainty, it is voices of encouragement and service that ground and guide us. It is an honor to welcome Pastor J.S. Broleston Jr., a respected community leader and pastor of Second Missionary Baptist Church here in Terre Haute, who has supported many of our graduates, faculty, and staff throughout their journeys, both here at Indiana State University and in the greater Terre Haute community. Beyond his pastoral role, Pastor Broleston currently serves the city of Indianapolis as a master district detective working in one of the highest crime areas within the metro region. His commitment to justice, public service, and community healing speaks directly to the challenge and hopes of our time. Today, he joins us as a trusted voice of encouragement, offering wisdom shaped by lived experience, compassion, and a deep understanding of the challenges we face as educators and leaders. His presence reminds us of the importance of resilience and community as we celebrate this milestone and prepare to step into the next chapter of our professional and personal journeys. Please join me in welcoming Pastor J.S. Burleson Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Once again, for those of you who do not know me, my name is J.S. Burleson Jr., and I am the proud senior pastor of the Second Missionary Baptist Church, located right here in the big old city of Terre Haute. Before I begin, I certainly want to give honor to the very distinguished individuals and professors and the staff of ISU that orchestrated this amazing, memorable event. I want to give honor to the parents, the grandparents that are here, the aunties, the uncles, the siblings, the cousins, lottie-dottie, and everybody. Certainly, this day would not even be possible if it were not for your sacrifice, your contribution, and most importantly, your prayers. Graduates, I am extremely humbled by the invitation. I'm so grateful for the opportunity and the privilege to share in such a spectacular celebration alongside of you on this amazing day. I teach in my church that you don't have to be long to be strong, so I will say just a few things and then I will respectfully take my seat and bid you adieu. Life. Did you ever think, graduates, that life would allow you, ma'am, sir, to get here? Life. Did you ever believe, graduates, that life, as messed up as life could be, did you ever think that life would have even afforded you the opportunity, graduates, to be in this place, that seat, at this moment? I'm not talking about your dreams, not your aspirations, not your desires, not your aspirations, not your goals, not your spiritual drive, not all of that warm and fuzzy stuff. No, but my question this afternoon is, did you ever think that a life would allow you to get here? With all of its twists and turns, with all of its hills and valleys, trials and tribulations, with all of its blood, sweat and tears, with all of the late night study time, the late night frustration and anxiety that you felt staying up writing papers, throughout all of the mistakes, mishaps, mess ups, and mayhem. Did you ever think that life would ease up for just a brief moment in order for you to witness today what a true miracle really looks like, graduates? Did you ever see yourself overcoming life to the point that it would allow you, ma'am, sir, to be celebrated here? Ladies and gentlemen, 1985 was the year. A man by the name of Mr. Thomas McGowan, graduates, was the individual. In 1985, a man by the name of Mr. Thomas McGowan was arrested. And not only was he arrested, but graduates, Mr. McGowan was brought to trial and ultimately convicted, listen, on felony charges of robbery and rape. 23 whole years later, in 2008, a DNA test proved that not only was Mr. McGowan not at the scene of the crime, not only was he not the individual who committed the crime, but DNA tests proved that Mr. McGowan had been falsely accused and had been arrested. Check this out, because I'll come back to it in a brief moment. He was arrested, graduates, listen, on mistaken identity. For 23 whole years, life thought that it was winning. Life thought that it was in control. Life thought that it was in charge of Mr. McGowan's life. But then one day, a miracle happened, and life quickly discovered that although life can mess with you, here's what I want you to know. Life's bumps and bruises, graduates, they can mess with you, but they do not always have the final say over you. For 23 whole years, Mr. Thomas McGowan, falsely accused through mistaken identity, spent 23 years inside of a federal Texas prison because life thought that it had the power to destroy, not even realizing that just because you have the power doesn't always mean you have the right and the authority. Now, the amazing thing about that story is that Mr. Thomas McGowan was subsequently released from prison. Check this out, graduates. And according to Texas law at that time, anyone who was falsely accused of a crime and served time would be compensated, y'all not gonna believe it, upon release, $80,000 per year. Did y'all hear what I just said? Now, I knew I was gonna be in company of highly intelligent professors and remarkable graduates, so I used a calculator. Wanted to make sure that my math was right. $80,000 times 23 years equals $1.8 million. If I was at church, I'd say, y'all don't know what to shout about. Mr. Thomas McGowan, graduates, walked out of that establishment with $1.8 million in his hand. Now, I know what you're saying. Great story, Pastor Burleson, but what does that have to do with me? Because I'm walking out of the Indiana State University establishment and I'm still broke. Just wave your hand back at me. But if Mr. Thomas McGowan was here standing in my shoes today, I believe that he would have this to say to all of you graduates. Life has a tendency of being absolutely unfair at times. Life can throw you curveballs. Life can make you cry. Life can make you want to give up sometimes. Life can make you want to say, I quit. But Mr. McGowan's testimony, along with your testimonies, those of you who are graduating, it is simply this. Yes, life be lifing, but here's the good news. God can make life repay you for your pain and your suffering. I mean, because think about it. That's what this graduation day, graduates, is all about. You're literally getting paid for all of your pain and suffering. Some of you had to fight against depression just to get here. Some of you had issues with tuition before you got here. Some of you haven't always done good on tests. Some of you have had to work part-time jobs and then show up at class. Some of you had children in between the school years. Others of you at moments felt like you were going to lose your mind, lose your joy, lose your peace, lose your faith. Sometimes you even thought you was going to lose and get kicked out of school. Blink at me, blink. And I know that it wasn't easy getting here. I know that life tried to hit you with its best shot, but evidently, I told you I'd come back to it, life didn't know who it was messing with. Just like the state of Texas, life was going after you based on mistaken identity. Life didn't know that you knew how to pray. Life didn't know that you knew how to take a licking and keep on ticking. Life didn't know who you were connected to. Life didn't realize that every single moment you made it up in your mind this time last year that you was not going to quit, that you was not going to give up, that you was going to take it on the chin but keep standing, that even with bags underneath your eyes, you was going to get up in the morning and show up at class. Life didn't know who it was messing with, but here you are, graduates, with your cute self, with your handsome self, with your fly self. You got the cap on your head. You got the gown on your back. You got a smile on your face. And here it is. You're about to get your degree. Now, I know it's not $1.8 million, but I want to leave you with this. Money cannot buy you peace. Money cannot buy you joy. Money cannot give you a testimony. I'm done, and I know you're going to hear this for the rest of the weekend, but I got to tell you this. Pastor Burleson and my wife, Lady Barb, and the entire Second Missionary Baptist Church, I need to tell you, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. I celebrate you. I applaud you. I thank God for you. And when life gets to lifing later on, and it will, please, graduates, remember this special day. Because if you overcame what life threw at you this time, I promise you, graduates, if you keep the same faith that got you here, you'll be able to overcome whatever life throws you the next time and the next time and the next time. Graduates, thank you for having me. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. God bless you.
Thank you, Pastor Barlson. I started doing this. I started doing the church rock. Thank you so much for those encouraging words. It fit all of us up here. Thank you so much. I failed to acknowledge my colleagues who are on stage with us today, and I want to acknowledge the professors who have taught these students, who have encouraged them, and who have inspired them. I want to start with Dr. Tiffany Brewer. Dr. Tiffany lives in the Chicagoland area, and I'm sure she had to fight Chicago traffic to get here. Next to her is Dr. Kelly Andrews. She leads our Indiana Principals Leadership Institute. Next to her is Dr. Ryan Donlin. Dr. Donlin leads our Educational Specialist degrees. Dr. Mary Howard Hamilton. She is our immediate past department chair. And of course, I know y'all gonna give it up for this one, Dr. Kelsey Bogard.
Okay. So today's ceremony is not only a recognition of academic excellence, but also a celebration of leadership, service, and community impact, values that lie at the heart of both student affairs and higher education. It is my pleasure to introduce a remarkable student leader whose contributions to campus life embody these values. Deladier Early Jr. is a graduating senior who has distinguished himself through his leadership, scholarship, and unwavering commitment to inclusive excellence. His involvement across student government, campus organizations, and university initiatives have made a lasting impact, and his voice has helped shape a more supportive and engaged campus environment. His contributions remind us that leadership doesn't begin or end with a degree. It grows through community, service, and vision. Although he is completing his undergraduate journey, his insights speak directly to the spirit of graduate education and the kind of leadership we aim to foster within our field. Please join me in welcoming Deladier Early Jr. to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. This moment is personal. This moment is sacred for us today. So I'm going to be a little vulnerable. Today, I'm standing here because of a no. I'm standing here, and it didn't begin with applause or a spotlight. I wasn't chosen to speak at commencement. And while I was disappointed, I made the choice to not become bitter and trust that all things work together for my good. And in that moment, standing here in this moment, I realized what felt like a setback was actually a setup for something more fitting, something a little more personal, something where I can be authentic and stand here in front of you in authenticity. It's more than a moment. It's a moment for us to all be seen fully. So where I stand, I reckon that this is the table that was actually prepared for me. Allow my situation to be a reminder that the plans we make aren't always the paths we walk, but every detour leads to a destination. Life isn't about controlling every outcome, but it's about learning how to pivot and find purpose and peace with your redirection without growing bitter. This is not just a moment to be honored, it's a moment to feel whole, because every detour, every door closed, and every no led to this seat right here. My journey at Indiana State University has been marked by detours that has led to growth, discomfort, and change. Many of the rooms I walked into alone. I often looked around and saw no one who looked like me, thought like me, or whom I saw fit to speak for me. And instead of shrinking in those moments, I chose to walk into purpose, letting the truth that I am fearfully, wonderfully made ground me. That mindset gave me the courage to walk boldly into spaces and opportunities that were afforded to me, knowing I deserved to be there. I served on several committees at Indiana State University, held a director position in student government, and led as a community development educator in residential life, and strengthened campus engagement as a social ambassador for Project Success. These were goals and achievements I needed to reach to prove myself that I could be successful, not just in collecting titles, but in causing impact. Within these roles, my steps were ordered into purpose, laying the foundation for those who dared to excel. I did so that the next student who looked like me wouldn't feel like the first, so they won't have to question if they belong in those rooms, so they won't have to wonder if they earned these rooms that they're in, nor did they have to wonder, was someone speaking on their behalf in those rooms that they couldn't get in. I wanted them to see a distinguished senior, a scholar who persisted in excellence, a scholarship recipient honored by their department, and know that that person could be them because it was me. As I stand here today, this isn't just a milestone. It's validation. Validation that the hard work, the long nights, the internal battles, the times we showed up when we had every reason not to, it was worth it. We are not leaving here just with a degree. We leave here knowing that the seeds we sowed and the tears that water them were not in vain, but it's our due season. So today I encourage you to bask in this moment. Commit it to memory. Let it remind you of not only how far you've come, but who you've become. Carry this moment with proof as redirection is not defeat, that authenticity is not an option. As you move forward, continue to collect these moments of success. Let them anchor you when the road feels uncertain and the path is unclear. You are prepared, equipped, and capable. So walk boldly knowing that you deserve to take up space in every room that you enter. To those who've supported me, challenged me, and held space for me, thank you. And to my fellow graduates, may we move forward not with just degrees, but with vision, faith, and the audacity to keep becoming everything you were called to be. Thank you.
I can read obituary. Okay. Each year, we invite members of the graduating class to share reflections on their journey throughout the program. Students are asked to select one representative from both the on-campus and distance cohort to speak on behalf of their peers. Additionally, faculty select one student speaker based on their demonstrated leadership, academic excellence, and commitment to the values of our department. This year, we were fortunate to have a tie among students, allowing us to hear from four actually, remarkable voices. Each student has prepared brief remarks reflecting on their experience, so about 3 to 5 minutes. But please refer to your program for the order of speakers. Let us now welcome our student speakers. They know who they are.
Good afternoon. Honestly, I never thought I would be standing in front of you all today. It's a great moment for me. Esteemed faculty, staff, family and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2025. It is a great honor to stand before you today on a day that marks both an ending and a beginning. My name is Michael Benny, and I'm from Ghana. Throughout my time here at Indiana State University, I served as a graduate assistant at the Career Center. And I'm just grateful to God for this day. When I arrived on the campus of Indiana State University, I had two things in my pocket: a student visa and a sense of calling. My heart was full of ambition, but filled with questions. I asked myself, would I belong here? Am I ready for what lies ahead? I was thousands of miles away from home, adjusting to a new environment. Everything felt unfamiliar, from the taste of food to the pace of conversations. Questioning my life choices reminded me of the words of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. We face neither east or west, we face forward. As graduates of Indiana State University, we do not look back in fear of what we have missed. We do not look around in hesitation, waiting for someone to show us the way. We look forward into the unknown, forward into opportunities and the lives we are meant to lead. There is much narrative in this world about finding purpose. The truth is, purpose is not a destination you find. It is a series of choices, moments, and experiences that shape who we become. Let's reflect on the moments that challenged us, the exams or papers that tested more than just our knowledge, the times we even questioned whether we were on the right path, and the uncertainty of what comes next. Through it all, we chose to keep going, and with every step, we uncovered new layers of who we are. As Kofi Annan said, to live is to choose, but to choose well, you must know who you are, what you stand for, where you want to go, and why you want to get there. Therefore, I urge each of us to continue choosing, to choose integrity over convenience, courage over comfort, and purpose over popularity. The world we are stepping into is changing faster than ever. Technology is reshaping industries. Social and economic disparities continue to challenge communities, and the very purpose of higher education is being questioned. Let's be honest. Some of us are wondering if AI will be our future leaders instead of us leading it. Since we are not passive participants in the world, we must constantly remind ourselves that the challenges we are facing today are not roadblocks. They are invitations to lead and to create solutions that did not exist before. Barack Obama once said, "The leaders we revere, the businesses and institutions that last, are not generally the result of a narrow pursuit of popularity or personal achievement, but of devotion to some bigger purpose." So I ask you today, what decisions and choices will make you to guide you to your bigger purpose? Purpose is not about what you achieve for yourself. It is about the lives you uplift, the communities you build, and the legacy you leave behind. The world does not need people who simply chase titles and paychecks. It needs critical thinkers, innovators, and compassionate leaders who are willing to make difference in their own small ways. We all take different paths with our degrees in hand. I encourage you, no matter your path, take bold steps. Trust yourself. Dare to venture into the unknown with a belief that your purpose will meet you along the way. And as you do, never forget where you started. Indiana State University has given us more than an education. It has given us a community and memories that will last a lifetime. Now it is our turn to give back. I urge each of us to invest in the future of those who come after us. Come back to the university to mentor, to share your journey, and remind the next generation of sycamores that they too can forge a meaningful path. As we cross this stage, let's not be afraid of what we do not know, because our purpose is not found in certainty, but in the courage to take the next step. Congratulations, class of 2025. The future is ours. Let's go and make it meaningful. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Elena Pascal. My classmates know me as Elena. I am also Ethel and Albert, Jesse and Louise's granddaughter, Cynthia and Stan's daughter, Kevin's sister, Prentice, Barina, and Brenda's daughter-in-law, Brandon's wife, Braden, Olivia, and Aiden's mom, and Dr. Gerald Tompkins' student. It's important for me to say their names out loud because without them, I would not have reached this point. I pay honor to them, and I say to them, thank you. Thank you for your love, your support, and encouragement. For my grandparents that are no longer here, I believe they would be proud of this moment. I'd like to recognize my good girlfriends, my mommy tribe, my sorors, my sands, who remind me that laughter is good for the soul. I want to say thank you to my husband's grandmother, Josephine Pinnell, one of my favorite people in the world. You've probably heard me talk about her. She's here today. And her wisdom and love have carried me through motherhood and marriage. And then to our esteemed professors, thank you does not seem like enough to say to you for curating an academic culture in which we felt seen, heard, and respected. But thank you. So, although it's not Sunday, today I'd like to follow the Black church mantra and provide 3 points and a close. But today's 3 points will not be from the Bible, but 3 lessons that I've learned from my grandparents. When you're young, the things your grandparents say sound a little crazy and a little weird. As you get older, you realize that what your grandparents were saying was actually not nonsense, but wisdom. We've spent the last 2 years getting book smart. So I'd like to leave you with a few practical tips that we can use as higher education practitioners going forward. First, my Granny Jean is what I called her, always believed in leaving the house, she would say, looking like something. And so whether she was going to the grocery store or the doctor's office, she was always well-dressed. The message here is to be intentional about how you look when you leave the house. Dressing for the environment and recognizing that you are saying something with your outward appearance before you even say a word. Think about how our professors dress at night, on camera. And even on video, they were dressed so that their outward appearance would not be a distraction, letting us know they were capable of the job. I believe we can apply this same principle. We now not only have 1 degree, but 2. So let's look like it. Our students are watching us more than you know, and we have to set ourselves apart. The second phrase I can remember my grandparents saying is, get somewhere and sit down. Now, that has multiple meanings, so for today, I like to focus on that sitting down part of the phrase, the notion of rest. The work of student affairs is hard work, and you have to refuel yourself in order to effectively help others. So remember to take a break when you need to, and form a community of colleagues who can help ease your burdens. And third, I can remember my grandmother say, if you never had a problem, just keep on living. Just keep on living. So we're having a wonderful moment right now, celebrating our graduation. Life is great. We've achieved a major accomplishment. But my granny was right. One day, we're going to have a student affairs related problem. Maybe it's the first job after graduation. Maybe it's the rigor of the doctoral program or your next supervisor. But a problem is coming our way. Don't lose hope. Remember that you've worked to get here. You're more than capable. And we're going to turn those problems into lessons. 2 Corinthians 4:17, the New Living Translation says, "For our present troubles are small and won't last very long, yet they produce for us a glory that outweighs them and will last forever." As I close, I'd like to pay special attention to the Sahi class of 2025. Humbly, I say thank you for selecting me to be your student speaker. I'm honored to share this recognition with Michael and Zay. From Res Life to Career Services, Honors College, International Student Needs, Mental Health and Wellness, Student Athletes, Fraternity and Sorority Life, Food Services, Study Abroad programs, thank you for sharing your passions with me. I've gained so much from learning about each of these topics, and I will always, always, always think of you whenever they come to mind. This journey has been an educational adventure, and I'm truly grateful we got to experience it together. I'm excited to see where your path leads you next, and know I'll be cheering for you every step of the way as you continue to rise to even greater heights. Remember, be intentional with how you dress. Sit down or rest when you need to, and problems won't last forever. They're perfecting you for a greater calling. We all know SAHE as an acronym for Student Affairs and Higher Education. Using those same letters, SAHE, we are also superior, ambitious, hardworking, and exceptional. We are SAHE. Thank you.
Next to the stage, Reverend. All right, Reverend.
If y'all ain't go to Bible study this week, you're going to get it today. Sure. I'll tell you that much. All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Xavier Kaysen, but I know my students and my friends know me as Zay. I am so excited that we are able to gather here as family, friends, professors, and people that we love to celebrate the achievement of this milestone that we have reached in our lives. It's hard to believe that this journey began 2 years ago. I know there were moments where we felt like this day would never come and that we were never going to walk across the stage. But we are here today, and for that, I say congratulations. First and foremost, I want to thank God for being able to stand here in this moment today. Without him, I am nothing, and I'll forever be grateful for his grace and mercy that he has continually showed in my life. To my parents, man, I love y'all. Dang. Bro, I don't cry, bro. What the world? Hold on. But I simply want to thank y'all. Hold on, let me lock you in. Let me lock you in. Lock in before I tweak out. It's real cool. All right, so I want to thank y'all for y'all continued support, wisdom, and prayers for me throughout this journey. You both have shaped me into the man that I am today, and words cannot truly express the love and appreciation that I have for y'all. All right, cool, I'm good now. All right. To the rest of my family, my friends, and my community, I thank you as well. Whether if it was an hour conversation in your living room on my way back to Kansas, whether if it was a venting session with my future fiance, whether if it was, a phone call when I had free time, whether if it was a thank you on a Facebook, I really do appreciate you all. You all have helped push me to the point that I have got to today. To my professors and my supervisors, we thank you. We thank you for challenging us to think critically and approach our work with intentionality and compassion. You all helped us develop a deep understanding of theories that help shape students' experiences, and you all taught us how to best support students while navigating their college experience. I believe I speak for our whole cohort when I want to say that we want to give a special thank you to our program coordinator, Dr. Bogard. You have been with us through the, for sure, yeah. So you have been with us through the valley lows and also the mountaintop. We know that we were not an easy cohort to deal with. And we kept you on your toes daily, for sure. But However, I do believe I speak for all of us when I say that we wouldn't have gotten to this moment without your guidance and your support, and for that we say thank you. Now to my cohort, how y'all doing? We made it. Y'all good? Y'all live? Straight up. I want to leave you all with some words of encouragement. So as we prepare to transition into this next step of our journey, it is important to understand that the work is truly about to begin. We must understand that we are not just simply earning a degree, but we are all answering a call to show up for our students, to challenge injustice, and to build community where it does not yet exist. Answering the call is not always easy, and there will be times where we have to sacrifice things, when we have to resolve conflicts, and there may be even times when we question, am I able to do this? But during those times, I want you to remember that you can do this, and that you are called to do this. God doesn't call the qualified, but he qualifies the called. Lean into your faith, stand firm in your purpose, and know that even when it feels heavy, you were chosen for this moment. Since we have been called for this purpose, do not let any person try to drive you away from your calling. You were not placed in this profession, we did not get to this moment, and you are not here by accident. We must understand that there will be moments where others may question our presence, they'll try to minimize our impact, and they'll even try to make us feel that we do not belong. But I'm here to remind you that you all do belong. We have spent too many sleepless nights, we have spent too many long days of training, and we have gone through too many storms to let somebody tell you where you do and do not belong. So when the weight of the work feels heavy, and when you begin to question your seat at the table, remember that the journey that brought you to this moment. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and no one on this earth can take that away from you. Because what God has for you, it is for you. And nobody can take that away. No title, no opinion, and no barrier can stand in the way of your calling. Class of 2025, we have finally made it. But as I stated before, the true work begins now. Our students are waiting for us. Our communities are depending on us. So stand firm in your calling and walk boldly in every room. And finally, let your light shine louder than anybody's doubt. In Matthew 5:16, which is also my favorite scripture, and I try to live by it every day, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Please remember to shine your light and know that many may try to come and dim it, but understand that we cannot let anybody dim our light because there are students hiding in their darkness and they're waiting for our light to bring them out. The last thing I will leave you with is Psalms 139:14. Deladier already mentioned it, but understand that that scripture reminds that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Now it's time to go show the world how wonderful God made you. Thank you.
Let the church say amen. As you all can see, this is a social justice program, so we don't care nothing about the attack on DEI. So up next, we're going to have Dr. Mary Howard Hamilton, a distinguished, oh, no, we're not. Sorry, we got one more speaker. I'm sorry. Come on. We're going to welcome to the stage Dominic McLemore.
Hi, I quit. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Class of 2025 hooding ceremony. Before I get into who I am, let's look around the room and give another round of applause for all this excellence going on right now. Also, I will not see all you moms Sunday, so I'm gonna give y'all a happy Mother's Day early, you know. This day is very significant to me because I come from a place where I've attended more funerals and court appearances than college graduations and ceremonies. My name is Dominic McLemore, and I'm the last of your 2025 hooding ceremony keynote speaker. Now, I know our time is limited to like 3 to 5 minutes, but I may need about 10. I'm sorry. This degree changed my life around, and today I'm comfortable telling y'all how. Sorry, Dr. B. This is my last negotiation as you as my professor. So I graduated high school with no intention on ever going to college. I honestly felt like high school was enough for me. So I immediately got a job in 2017 to provide for my family, help my mom. So from 2017 to 2019, I just worked. I became friends with men that was 30 and 40 years old at the age of 19 and 20, and I just knew that wasn't for me no more. It was a reality check. My life changed for the better from scrolling on Twitter. Crazy work, right? 2 degrees later, just from a free application I saw on Twitter. June 20th, 2019, I officially became a Sycamore. 2,150 days later, I'm officially a 2-time alumni. I'm just gonna talk some statistics with you guys real quick. So United States population, okay. Oh, y'all can't, okay, dang. I was talking low, my bad. The United States population is 350, out of 350 million in the world, 13% of us hold a master's degree or higher. Well, I'm around that to 13.1 because the best cohort in the United States just, we could be in that percentage today, you know. So let's give ourselves a pat on the back because, you know, that's greatness for us, you know. Recently, I completed my capstone, which was mainly titled Breaking Barriers. As I researched, I found that according to the National Center for Education, only 11% of black males obtained a master's degree in the entire world. Dr. Mary, I got my references right here, because I know you big on that. So between the years of 1981 and 2001, it was predicted that one of every 3 black males would be in prison before the age of 21. Between the years of 2001 and 2018, the lifetime risk of incarceration dropped in half, taking us from every 1 of 3 black males to every 1 of 5. It is safe to say that by 2019, there was a reverse, and now there are more men liable to get a college degree than be incarcerated. So, since I am statistically speaking, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. These last 6 years changed my life, but these last 2 years have been unpredictable. I started to believe this day would never happen, and that obtaining a master's degree simply just wasn't for me anymore. As they say, life be lifing. Y'all heard Pastor B say that too. It's actually a crazy statement because I don't even think lifing is a word, and I looked it up when I was doing this, so I don't think that's a word for real. But that's just a perfect example, though. Life can get so hard on you, just how you making up stuff sometimes. So before I get to the sad part of the story, let's talk about the good these 6 years have been to me. Arriving on this campus, I am far from the person I am today. I hated being involved on campus. Then I joined multiple organizations that bettered me as a man. I met some amazing people along the journey that I'll stay connected to for the rest of my life. I also became partial owner of a thriving brand, by the way. Hall of Fame dropped. Y'all can go copy out some Jet Life. I had some of the best times with my motion production family. I became a role model to many students. I have my own family. My son's back there. My girlfriend's right here. And lastly, I graduated not once, but twice as of today. Safe to say, I left my mark on this campus, but with all good, there's a half to the story that nobody knows about. Recently, I fell to my lowest point in my life this past November, December. Now, for many of you, for the first time in my life, I let depression get the best of me. Now, for many of you who don't know me, I can honestly say I'm a strong-minded individual. I try my hardest to be there for every person in my life in any way I can. I felt alone when in reality I had so many people I can come to, but it's hard when you're the person everyone comes to. I feel like if I showed them me sad, mad, and defeated, I'm not presenting myself as the person everyone looks to for help. It's only one word that can describe how I made it through in this family. So if you've been here recently, then you understand you're my family for life. Now, I know I'm probably almost over my time, but like Glorilla said, let me cook real quick. I have to acknowledge some people who played a major role in why I'm standing here today. So first, I'm just gonna say my boy Zay, which was just my last speaker. You've been nothing but a brother to me, man, since the first day I met you. You taught me a lot, and you saved me on 1,000 multiplications. 1,000 occasions when it came to us just doing work, man. So we locked in for life, man. I appreciate you. Dr. Kelsey Bogard, or as you would say, Naziah's adopted grandma. You're a wonderful soul with a huge heart. I never in a million years thought I would be able to call a professor my family. I love you, and I know you will always be here. Thank you for guiding us through this program. Pastor B, man, you saved me, man. And you don't even really know it. That year ago on Mother's Day when I came to church, you gave me so many words of wisdom. And also, my backbone right here, y'all helped me get back into church. I never regret you from that day because you became a mentor and another father figure in my life. I don't know if my future mom-in-law. Thank you for accepting me and trusting me and always being real with me. I love you. But also thank you for blessing me. Thank you for my blessing. Without you, she wouldn't be here. And God put her in my life for a reason. So to my partner, my person, my front, my back, everything you could think of. Whatever it is I've been through, you've been through it, and you've always been there for me. We have been through it all together, from the good to the worst, and you stuck through with me for the whole time. Now we hit the real world, and I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you, but you know that though. I know you will be an amazing wife to me, and those days are coming for us. We got a world to take on together for our son. Keep being you and the best mother a son could ask for. And again, I love you with all my heart. My mama and my baby sister, the first two women that had my heart. I love you both so much. Y'all mean the world to me, and I couldn't ask for a better family than the one I have. Also, shout out to you, Mama, for graduating 2 weeks ago. We're gonna celebrate you too this weekend. Y'all helped me more than y'all know throughout this journey. So this one right here gonna hit different with me because although you're not here with me physically, you can hear me through FaceTime or Zoom. I think that you on. So if you look, I know you see me. I'm looking right at you, bro. So due to legal circumstances, my older brother couldn't be here. But this one for you. You missed me walking high school and also my undergraduate. But now you're seeing me, and it doesn't matter if it's virtual. You finally get to see your baby brother make you proud. Thank you for always having my back and being a big brother. We did it, and I love you. Zai, my son, you graduating, boy. You skipped elementary, middle, high school. And it's sad to say you got to do it all over. You're such an educated baby. You are a light in this world, and you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Your smile turns my whole day around every time. I always have your back, son. Dad, I love you more than everything, and I can't wait to watch you grow, son, and be better than me. You're destined for greatness. Lastly, shout out to all my people. Y'all know who y'all is. My family, my grandma, my granddad, my uncle, my step-pops right there, my aunties, cousins, my sisters, my brothers, Jet Life, Motion, Zai's TTs, uncles, his goddad, his godmom, as well as all his cousins, everybody. Y'all are appreciated, and y'all know this. I love all of you. So as I leave this stage, I'm leaving you all with a saying from a song that stuck with me for a while. God give his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. Don't cry for me when the war is over. Just know I finally found that peace that I've been looking for. Thank you all, and thank God.
We serve a good God. Because it's good to get a degree, but to give your life to the Lord, that's the biggest and best accomplishment. So I'm proud of that. Okay, so I'm a weeping willow, y'all, so y'all got to forgive me. But up next, it's the most exciting part of the ceremony. We're going to hood your graduates. But before we do that, we're going to have Dr. Mary Howard Hamilton, a distinguished professor in the Department of Educational Leadership, to come and explain the significance of the hooding ceremony.
Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you, Kelsey, and thank you, everyone, for being here today. Let me also just take just a second and say that I want to thank the pastor. Your words were absolutely inspirational and amazing. Thank you for being here today with us. Deladier, I'm going to say this in front of everybody, do not take a gap year. A gap year means that you take a year off before you go on to your next journey. He wants to go to law school. I'm going to say this in front of everyone. Do not take a gap year, Deladier. Come into our student affairs and higher education program. You need to be right here with us in the fall. and your seat is waiting for you because we need you in this profession. I keep telling him that you can still do law. You can be a lawyer for a higher education institution, okay? Because every university needs a higher ed, needs a lawyer. We want you in our program. So that was just a little shout out. Maybe you can get some extra pressure from some people out here to help you make up your mind because we want you in our program. Michael, Elena, Zay, Dominic, your words were phenomenal and inspirational. You know, I have been in this profession for almost 50 years. I started when I was 10, right? Okay, and so I have been in higher ed student affairs my entire life. My entire life. Folks have always said to me, "Well, Mary, you can go somewhere else. Why don't you work in corporate? Why don't you?" There is, I kid you all, I kid you not. I'm telling every single one of you as student affairs higher ed graduates, this is the best profession in the world. I could never see myself doing anything else except being with you all. I see my future in front of me. I see my legacy in front of me. I see future students being blessed by you all and blessed by your intelligence, your courage, your purpose, as Michael says. You will understand by and by, just like the pastor said, you know, we don't make the most money in the world, but we make the best lives in the world. And you are going to be phenomenal student affairs administrators. Stay in the field. Stick with it. You will love it. Like I said, I've been in this field for almost 50 years, and no one can tear me away from being in a classroom with you all the little funny, y'all get on my nerves every now and then, okay? You know, Dr. Mary, you know, they say, Dr. Mary, you know, I know, yes. Dr. Mary, you know, they say, can I have a little extra time to write this? Can I have a little, yes, give me your best, and you all have given me your best, so thank you. The other thing that I'm told that I'm to speak about is about our regalia. There's a reason why you're wearing what you're wearing this evening, and it's important for everyone to know why we have on all of our regalia this evening. We are here today and tomorrow to wear these robes, these caps, to share with you the academic accomplishments that we have, that they've been bestowed upon us. When you were a bachelor's student, you wore a regular looking kind of robe. High school, you wore, you know, regular robe. Bachelor's degree, you wore a regular robe, but master's robes and doctoral robes are very special. So, Bassett, you want to stand up for just a second for me? Just a second. So, just hold your arms out for me. The master's robe, just hold them out like this. Turn around, face the audience, and hold both of your arms out, hon. Okay, the master's robe, they have a tail on them. They have a tail on them. Okay, thank you, Bassett. And also, you want to hold up your hood. Master's students receive what they call a hood. It's on your arm, on your left arm, sweetie. That one. Yep, that right there. Okay, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We'll be hooding our students. Thank you, Bassett. You can be seated. Thank you, Bassett. So master's robes have what they call a tail on them. And then we get to the doctoral robe and regalia. This is the highest accomplishment you can receive at an academic institution. There are 3 what we call chevrons on your sleeve. This indicates that you've received a doctoral degree. At the ceremony tomorrow, you'll see the Board of Trustees members. They'll have robes on. They'll have 4 chevrons. That means that they may or may not have a doctoral degree, but they have 4 chevrons on them. That's the stripes on the sleeve. And also, the doctoral students, let's see, we got 3 here. Would you guys stand up just for a second? You're going to get to see them. Our doctoral students, they're wearing robes that are, yes. Real proud of you guys. They're wearing robes, the colors, indicating that they received their degree from Indiana State University, which means that their robes are blue and white, and we'll be placing, you want to hold up your hood for me, Kale? They'll be wearing a hood once we hood them today. They'll be wearing a hood with the Indiana State University colors. Thank you, you can be seated. Thank you so much. And on the lapels of their robe is the Indiana State University crest. My robe, we also wear robes that indicate where we attended college. My robe is red and white because I attended North Carolina State University. There's the North Carolina State University symbol on the lapels, and then we have other Indiana State University graduates on the stage. To my right, Dr. Hinton's robe is from, IU, Indiana University, but Indiana University doesn't, her hood indicates that she attended Indiana University. Also, our hood indicates what degree we have received. Powder blue, the powder blue indicates that you've received a degree in education. To my right, my colleague, Dr. Ryan Donlin, attended Central Michigan University. His robe is the colors of his university, indicating where he received his doctorate. And then, Kelly, you also, Dr. Andrew, Ball State University. So Dr. Andrews received her degree from Ball State. So that's the symbolism behind the robe. So when you see all these faculty walking in with different color robes and regalia, it indicates where we received our degrees, and it's one of the highest honors that you can receive. Just want to also say again, as Dominic stated, Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, the grandmoms, the great-grandmoms, the aunts, the cousins, our aunties, everyone. Have a blessed and very happy weekend. This is probably one of the best celebrations you could ever have on a Mother's Day weekend. Congratulations.
So we are going to now start the hooding ceremony. So I'm going to ask our graduates to please stand up and then line up against the wall. And Michael, you're going to be the first person, okay? So you come, yep.
We're going to move our chairs back.
Okay. Lawrence is in front of you. Just, you can do that.
We got you.
Oh, the names will be on the screen, okay. And do I start with?
Yep. So everybody, it's pretty much you're going in the same order. You're just gonna hold off on Ariel and Dominic and Nazai. So just cross their names out.
Ariel,
Dominic and Nazai. They're gonna all go after Maggie. You can say Margaret or Maggie.
ready? Congratulations to Michael Benny. Samantha Sam Brovant. Xavier Kaysen.
That is too cute.
Father Anthony Azofulel.
Madison Hawkins. Veronica Hajduchek Wilson. Abdul Basit Muhammad. Tristan Myers.
So much fun having you in class, Kristen. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes.
Elena Pascal. Nandina Shankaranan.
We'll wave at her. She's distant. She's live stream.
Thomas Starks. Grace Stevens. Margaret Maggie Zondor. Ariel Dorsey.
Just Dominic and Nazi. Yes. Oh, yeah, the baby is. Oh, wait a minute, just one second. I'll ask her. Ariel. The baby's name is? Nazai.
Nazai.
Okay. Wanna wait?
Nazai Lamar McLemore. Oh my gosh, that's the cutest thing I ever saw. Dominic McLemore. Congratulations.
He spent all his life in the classroom, so he deserves it.
Yeah.
Okay, switch. Okay, switch. Stop, roll.
And now for our Ph.D. graduates. Dr. Lawrence Igiofo. With dissertation title, I was the only one who was alone. The impacts of COVID-19 on international students in U.S. higher education. Again, Dr. Igiofo. Dr. Cale Walker. Dr. Walker's dissertation is entitled, Play the Game Until You Can Change It, Code Switching Through the Lens of Black Administration. Congratulations, Dr. Walker.
Good, so good. Yeah.
Dr. DeAndrea Williams. With dissertation entitled, The Impact of Black Faculty on First-Year Black Student Retention, Sense of Belonging and Racial Identity in Historically and Predominantly White Institutions. Congratulations, Dr. Williams.
We'll switch to the other PowerPoint. All right, y'all. I promise we not much longer. We're gonna do the closing remarks and then I'm gonna get y'all out of here, okay? Okay. So, can you cut the music down? All right, I'm gonna try to get through this as best I can. Okay, because y'all done woke me out. Okay, so. Over the last 2 years, I've had the privilege of serving as an assistant professor in the Department of Educational Leadership, as well as the program director for the Student Affairs and Higher Education Master's Program. That means in these roles, I've served as a recruiter, advisor, instructor, trusted confidant, and other duties assigned. I don't say those things to brag, but yet to further bring context as into which the capacity I've served and worked with your graduate. To complete a master's degree in 2025, research has noted that nearly 50% of graduate students face financial hardships, over half report significant mental health challenges, and 57% encounter course unavailability issues that delay the progress toward graduation. Despite these barriers, you've persisted. Those numbers almost double if you're the first in your family to receive and earn a bachelor's degree. That resilience is what makes this moment not just a milestone, but a major accomplishment. While on the same page of first, for my on-campus students, let's recall your first day of class. Think of how nervous you were and how little you talked and how quiet the room was until an argument erupted between the cohort couple in response to a question I asked the class on if the history of higher education was important to address, or we have moved forward enough that we no longer need to discuss it. The couple couldn't understand how they were on opposing sides, and so they wanted to be sure that the class knew that they felt that way. So this then invited us to learn how to engage in healthy and professional discourse It taught us how to engage in healthy and professional discourse because those are a few things we learned together. How about when you started to present your first presentations and stumbled across a word that you could not pronounce? You stood in worry, trying to sound out the word multiple times, hoping to receive some guidance from me, but then you looked up and you realized that you were left watching me laugh until my side hurt, until you finally pronounced the word correctly. How about our first campus tour together, and then we learned that it had been canceled en route? We pulled over in an abandoned gas station parking lot and decided if we should turn around or go on an impromptu tour. As you can imagine, we chose adventure. And let me tell you that traveling together, it sure does bring out the real person. Some of you all entered the United States for the first time, and of all places, you landed in Indiana. As if that wasn't a culture shock enough, I asked your cohort to take you all out to make sure that you all had a good time. And for my international students who told me that they don't eat meat or they only eat lean meats, I was surprised to hear that upon your return from that cohort gathering, you all had been engaging in activity eating baby back ribs. Some of you all, your first time came a little bit later. We only were able to build community via web, and then we either met at a conference or at an airport, trusting me to take you to South Africa. I mention these things because these were the foundational moments that shifted our class ecology from straight and structured to what you see today, family. Though I am happy to celebrate you, it breaks my heart to know that you'll be leaving me here. Some of the best parts of graduating is looking back on how much you've grown. As you look behind me, you'll see photos we've collected over the years. Some may make you laugh, others may make you reflect, but here's what you won't see in those pictures. The late nights spent finishing papers that I know you waited to the last minute to finish. The stress, the tears, and the moments when you've questioned even if you could keep going. So let me fill in some of the gaps so that I can bring home some of the points. So let me fill in the gaps for you so we can bring home how much of an accomplishment this is. While enrolled in this program, some of you published your first articles, received awards of recognition, traveled out of the country for the first time, left family behind miles and miles away, proved a teacher from elementary wrong, that now you're earning your master's degree, celebrated American holidays, attended or presented at your first national conference, changed job industries, became first-time parents, moved across the country for an internship, decided to give your life to Christ and be baptized. Some of you learned how to finally hold water. For some of you, it gets a little deeper than that. Some of you decided to choose yourself and leave toxic relationships. And some of you looked yourself in the mirror for the first time and realized that your life was worth living. I don't mean to dampen the mood, but only to shed light that the tread to a master's degree requires more than just academic excellence. It's a decision to want more and a desire to be willing to do anything to get it. I am pleased that this is not where the journey ended for some of you. I stand in front of you celebrating your determination to see this degree through. We know it is not easy, and because we're in mixed company, I will not talk about all the things you made it through. I'm grateful to have been a part of your journey. And again, as we talk about first, this was the first time in my life that I looked into the mirror and said, my God, why have you forsaken me? Because Lord knows y'all made me work for every amount of money that I got. As your professor, your advisor, your confidant, and now family and friend. It has been one of the greatest honors of my career to walk alongside you. I have witnessed your growth, your grit, and your grace. I love you all deeply and will miss you more than words can say. As you go into this world, remember that you are capable, you are called, but most importantly, you are ready. Keep leading with integrity, compassion, and courage. This may be the end of your time in the classroom, but it's not the end of our connection. My door remains open as well as my heart. Before I close, I want to take a moment to thank the faculty in the Department of Educational Leadership, our graduate assistantship providers, and other campus partners. Your commitment to excellence, your mentorship, and your unwavering support help shape the scholars we celebrate today. Your partnerships and guidance provided our students with invaluable hands-on experience and professional development. Thank you for being an essential part of their journey. Congratulations again to the class of 2025. You did it. So that is going to conclude our hooding ceremony. Again, I ask that our graduates just please come here quickly for a group picture, and then I'll let you all go. For those of you, please join us in DD3. You can go down this hallway or you can walk around for food and cake. Thank you. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. This is how our cohort is. Dr. Bogar is our program coordinator, and we would like to give her flowers while we are all still in the same room today. So we got you a gift.
Docs, don't leave. Don't leave. We get a picture. Okay, all right. So we're gonna take a picture with the dogs, but I don't have a camera. She does.
We can even go by that black screen.
Okay. You want the professional?
Yeah, while they're getting together.
Okay. Okay, we're right here.
All right. We don't like this. Okay, so how would they go? Why would they take it? Do I need to go with this? Shay, can you put the pudding ceremony picture? All right, y'all ready? And we can stand.
That came from my mouth. Wait.
Aaron, you probably want to stand on the floor.